organizations use PESTLE analysis, and often they do it thoroughly, carefully, in detail. The problem is that it often ends up as just that, an analysis. Lists of political factors, trends, technology, sustainability. Interesting, yes, but without decisions, without direction. In this video, I want to show you a different way to use PESTLE. A way that focuses on prioritization, real choices and action. Less analysis, better decisions. Everything starts here. Before you even look at PESTLE categories, the most common mistake is starting with the model instead of starting with the question. So let's do the opposite. Begin with two simple but tough business questions. First, what in the external environment could increase or decrease our revenue, costs or risks in the next 12 to 24 months? The second one, what is important enough that it requires a strategic decision, a clear do or not do? If a factor cannot affect the business within this time frame or does not require a choice, it does not belong in the analysis. This step sets the frame, and the frame determines the quality of everything that follows. Now we move into the PESTLE model itself, but with a clear filter. Commercial impact within 12 to 24 months. Political. Here we look at regulations, public support, trade permits, procurement rules and political priorities. Not everything, only what can realistically affect your industry, your business or your ability to act. For example, new regulations, changes in public funding, trade barriers or incentives. Economic. This is about financial conditions, inflation, interest rates, currency, purchasing power, labor markets. But again, not as a general market commentary, no, always with the question, how could this affect our revenue, our costs or our risk? Social. Here we focus on people, demographics, behavior changes, values, travel patterns, health and lifestyle trends. For example, shifts in customer expectations, new consumption habits, cultural changes that influence demand. Technological. Technology often attracts a lot of attention and a lot of noise. This is where discipline matters most. AI, platforms, automation, digital tools. Yeah, and the question is not, is this interesting? No, the question is, could this change how we create value, sell or deliver within the next 2 years? Legal. Laws and regulations. Data protection, labor law, consumer rights, compliance. Not as a legal checklist, but as potential business risk or constraint. Climate requirements, sustainability rules, energy, waste, certifications. It's easy to become generic here. Stay focused on what actually affects your business model, not just your values. At this point, you likely have a list, but lists are still not strategy. Now you need to score each factor. Use a simple scale from 1 to 5, where 1 is the minimal impact and it goes slowly up to number 5, business critical, that requires a decision. Be strict. Not everything can be a 5. If everything is important, nothing is. Strategic bets. This is one of the most important steps. Select a maximum of 3 factors with a score of 5. No more. These become your strategic bets. A bet is always framed as a choice. For example, if X happens or continues, we must invest in A and say no to B. Or this factor affects our revenue through customer segment Y or our costs through Z. This step forces focus, and strategy without focus is not strategy. The consequences and actions. Now each strategic bet must be translated into action. For every bet, define 3 things. What we will do, 2 or 3 concrete actions, always with an owner and a deadline. Not we will explore or we will discuss, but we will do this by this date. And what we will not do, at least one thing you actively choose not to do. This is critical because focus only becomes credible when something is deliberately excluded. The market signal. How will this show up externally? In your communication, in your marketing, in your product or pricing. If strategy is invisible, it doesn't exist. The output summary. Always end with 1-page summary. It should clearly state the top 3 external factors, your most important strategic bet, the decisions you made, 3 actions you will execute, 1 action you will not execute, and the expected commercial impact. If you cannot summarize it clearly, the work is not finished. Brand alignment check. Finish with 1 final check. Ask yourselves 3 questions. Does this help us grow, differentiate or sell more? Can we translate this into clear marketing or product decisions? If not, why is it still included? If a point does not support the business, remove it. So, PESTLE is not the problem. But without prioritization, choices and action, it remains just an exercise. So when you start with a business question, filter hard, prioritize boldly, and finish with decisions. You move from analysis to strategy and from strategy to business results. I'm Stefan. Follow me for more practical insights on business development, strategy, and decisions that actually make a difference. Let's get started.